Welcome to Headlines from the End Times. Each day we see more and more signs that point to the soon return of the Lord Jesus Christ. Join us now as we seek to make sense of the nonsense and sound the alarm of the truth of Bible prophecy and current events. I'm James Collins reporting. Our first story comes from Washington, D.C., where a National Historic Site is in transition. Ford's Theater lives in American infamy as the site where Abraham Lincoln, the 16th United States President, was fatally shot by John Wilkes Booth in April of 1865. The theater is a National Historical Site managed by the National Park Service. However, an official social media account belonging to Ford's Theater recently questioned why Lincoln has been, quote, put on a pedestal in American history, close quotes. The Twitter account for Ford's Theater solicited suggestions from social media users on a more useful, more complex, or more realistic way to remember Lincoln. President Lincoln, who was a Republican, has in recent years been attacked by revisionist historians who do not see his contributions to our country as significant. Little by little, the rewriting of our history is being done to accommodate the woke culture. The Ford's Theater social media fiasco comes on the heels of the Biden administration ordering the National Archives and Records Administration to declare that America's founding documents may be, quote, harmful or difficult, close quotes, for some users to view since they reflect, quote, outdated, biased, offensive, and possibly violent views and opinions, close quotes. To caution readers before they access digital copies of the offensive documents, which include the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, the Biden administration has posted a harmful language alert above the entire online catalog. The statement says that some of our founding documents may contain racist and sexist opinions and attitudes and may be discriminatory toward or exclude diverse views on sexuality, gender, and religion. The federal government is under the control of leftist ideologues who hold the history of America in contempt. This outrageous action is just the tip of the liberal iceberg, but it's a visible indicator of their vile agenda. In other news, the cost of living continues to rise in our country. Recently, former Trump campaign advisor Steve Cortes was interviewed about President Biden's out-of-control inflation crisis, warning that the official numbers being reported are likely much lower than the true rate of inflation Americans are currently experiencing. According to Cortes, who cites a Charles Schwab analysis on essentials like gas, food, and utility bills, the true rate of inflation is nearly 3 times the 8.5 to 8.6% that is being reported. In reality, inflation is hovering somewhere around 24 to 25% for everyday necessities that Americans cannot go without. So this is utilities, food, at home, not dining out at restaurants, and gasoline. These are necessities, according to Cortes. These are the things that people don't have the luxury of passing up on to live in the United States of America. For those items, we are at a high since 1980 of 25% inflation. Unfortunately, the prospects of a turnaround anytime soon are looking bleak as Biden and the Democrats steamroll ahead with their destructive anti-American agenda, including forgiving student loans. We all need to get on our knees and pray that God will save our country. Our next story again comes from Washington, where the federal government recently posted new help wanted ads seeking 87,000 new recruits for the IRS. The list of qualifications for the Internal Revenue Service is quite interesting. These recruits must be willing to carry a firearm and use deadly force if necessary. According to the recruitment ad, agents must be willing and able to participate in arrests, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. The ad went on to say that the new agents must be physically fit and must be able to use military-style firearms. The ad was quickly taken down after it started causing a stir among Americans who were upset over IRS agents being armed with military-grade weapons. I'm not sure how often your typical IRS agent faces scenarios that require them to fire on a fellow American with deadly force, but apparently the Biden administration anticipates this being a more frequent occurrence than in the past. Why else would they need 87,000 new IRS employees while ordering another 750,000 rounds of ammunition on top of the millions of rounds already in their possession? This does not sound like America. No, it sounds like the Gestapo in Hitler's Germany. Well, that will wrap up this edition of Headlines from the End Times. If you were blessed by this video, please click the like and let us know in the comments below. To stay up to date with the latest headlines from the End Times, be sure to subscribe to our channel. For my producer Marvin McIlvaney and all the staff of Prophecy in the News, this is James Collins, leaving you with the words of the Apostle Paul, who said in Ephesians 5:15 and 16, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil."